If you're in e-commerce, you know that quality assurance in Asia isn't a luxury. It's a survival strategy. You know the feeling. The goods arrive at your place, you open the box, pick up your products and realize somehow it feels like the cheapest junk from a street vendor at Frankfurt's train station. And that's exactly what it is, because you're making crucial mistakes. In this video, I'll explain how you can expect consistent quality from your manufacturer and ensure it so this never happens to you again. And at the very end, I'll show you a contract trick that forces the manufacturer to always deliver the best quality you can imagine. Many sellers keep making the same mistake. The first delivery is properly inspected, everything is great, and then the checks are stopped. But then, all of a sudden, you're surprised that the material is different, the quality can't be compared, and sometimes even the colors are completely different from the previous batch. This doesn't happen because the supplier wants to annoy you, but because the supplier sees it as their duty to constantly optimize. And these optimizations are often not in your best interest because, of course, he tries to lower his production costs and maximize his profit, just like you are always trying to optimize your own profit as well. Unfortunately, this puts you at a disadvantage right from the start. Because if he notices that you're not paying attention, that you're not checking, he'll push things to the limit. Please let me know in the comments if you've also experienced this, where the first delivery was of excellent quality, but the following ones kept getting worse. I'm really curious to know if this is a common problem. Well, what can I say? It's happened to me too, and to many other sellers I've talked to as well. That's why at AsiaPro, we've implemented a strict control system that ensures no untested goods ever leave the manufacturer's warehouse. And whether you test the goods yourself, that is, get on a plane and fly to China, or use a professional service like AsiaPro, that's up to you. The main thing is that you do it. Don't play quality roulette, because the most successful sellers out there have standards, clearly defined in black and white. They define exactly what is acceptable and what is not. And this is where AQL comes into play. Acceptable Quality Limit. This is an international standard that every factory in China knows and is generally tested by them. That means you determine precisely how many defects are allowed in a production run according to the AQL standard, and which specific defect has which level of severity. For example, you order 500 units of a product. 50 samples are carefully taken for the AQL inspection process. Out of those, only 3 samples are allowed to have a critical defect. That means the product is no longer usable. And 5 minor defects, these are usually cosmetic flaws. Critical defects are not allowed at all. Critical defects are those that endanger the life or health of your customer. We absolutely do not want to see those. And with this AQL testing method, there is no more room for debate. It's all about the facts now. Very clearly defined test scenarios. But quality assurance actually starts much earlier. At AsiaPro, we have a 3-stage quality assurance plan. Stage number 1 is the pre-production sample. Before production even begins, a sample is created. This sample is 100% identical in color, shape, and function, because after the approval of this pre-production sample, the factory will only produce copies of it during mass production. That means if there is a mistake in the pre-production sample, that mistake will also be present throughout mass production. And that's something you definitely don't want. That's why it's always extremely important that you have exactly such a sample. Examine it very carefully, and only after approving this sample should production even begin. Stage number 2 is the aforementioned AQL test. So before the entire production is paid for at the end of the day and loaded onto the ship, a thorough AQL quality inspection must be carried out. Stage number 3. If this crucial quality inspection fails, then you urgently need to have the manufacturer rework the goods, and after the manufacturer has checked them, another comprehensive AQL inspection must be conducted. Under no circumstances should you rely solely on your supplier's word that everything has been fixed and that the goods are now safe and ready to be shipped. No, always test again. And here comes the contractual trick that allows you to force your manufacturer to always produce good quality. You include in the contract that at the end of production, before paying the remaining 70%, a quality inspection will be carried out by an independent testing institute. In the event that a quality inspection unfortunately fails, the manufacturer is legally obligated to repair the goods or effectively fix the defects, and then another comprehensive quality inspection will be carried out at the manufacturer's expense, and it must be done by the very same institute that conducted the initial quality inspection. This is very important because I have often experienced that the manufacturer wanted to use their own inspector for the re-inspection, simply to save costs. And of course, that makes no sense because this inspector is certainly not impartial. If you include this clause in your contract and have your manufacturer sign it, then they can't get out of it and will always deliver good quality because they know that trying to trick you is not a good idea. Let me know in the comments whether you already have such contract clauses in your agreements and how the manufacturer reacted to them. Was it difficult to enforce this, or did the manufacturer just sign without any issues? I can only recommend that you consistently implement the 3-stage quality assurance plan, not just for the first 2 orders, but for all subsequent orders. Because if you don't, I can promise you one thing: quality will decline 100%. Of course, it's difficult to fly to China every time and check the quality yourself. That's why you should look for an agency. For example, you can book our service at AsiaPro. We conduct quality inspections in a professional manner and also provide you with further advice and tips on how you can improve your quality. Just follow the link below in the video description, book your first consultation, and we'll find out how we can improve your quality. If you're interested in production and manufacturing in China, then you should definitely subscribe to this channel because we'll be talking about this topic very often. Like the video, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos that go online, and we'll see each other next time. Take care. Adios.